Today we will start the next topic of chapter number 7, that was bioenergetics. The topic is respiration. That what actually is respiration? So this is actually the breakdown of the molecules, the carbon-hydrogen bonds that are present in the food, and as a result, the carbon dioxide and water are also produced. That is actually the oxidation reduction reactions taking place that we already studied, and it takes place inside the cell of the plant or animal or human being. So it is called as a cellular respiration. In case of the cellular respiration, it is divided into two types. The first one is aerobic respiration and the other one is anaerobic respiration. In aerobic respiration, what happened that in the presence of the oxygen, complete oxidation of glucose occurs. You can see in this equation that carbon dioxide in the presence of oxygen, the oxidation of glucose occurs with the maximum release of energy, and in the first phase of this aerobic respiration, the glucose is broken down into two molecules that is called as the pyruvic acid. In the second phase, the molecules of pyruvic acid are completely oxidized, and finally the overall yield that we got and the overall equation we got is that the carbon dioxide, water and energy is released in case of the aerobic respiration. The second one is anaerobic respiration. In anaerobic respiration, it is of two types. First one is alcoholic fermentation. In alcoholic fermentation, the pyruvic acid molecule is broken down into carbon dioxide and acetaldehyde, that is also called as the ethyl alcohol. Then the acetaldehyde is further divided into ethanol. During this, the NADH is converted into NAD positive. As the alcohol is forming in this reaction, that is why it is called as alcoholic fermentation. The other one is called as the lactic acid fermentation. In case of the lactic acid fermentation, the glucose is converted into two pyruvic acids, and the pyruvic acid, by the utilization of energy, it gets converted into lactic acid. It occurs in the skeletal muscles of human and other animals during the extreme physical activities, and this also happens in the bacteria that is present in the milk. So this is producing this type of the fermentation converted the pyruvic acid into the lactic acid. If we see the overall process, the first phase is same in the both cases. The glucose is converted into pyruvic acid. But in case of the aerobic respiration in phase 2, what happens? It gets converted into, by the utilization of oxygen, it will form carbon dioxide, water and 38 molecules of ATP. While in case of anaerobic respiration, oxygen is not used, and the ethanol, carbon dioxide and 2 molecules of ATP are formed. This is the overall process of anaerobic respiration. The other thing is the mechanism of respiration. The mechanism of respiration involves 3 steps. The first one is glycolysis that takes place in the cytoplasm. Second one is citric acid cycle or Krebs cycle, and the third one is electron transport chain. The glycolysis occurs in the cytoplasm, and oxygen is not involved in this stage. That is why it occurs in the both types of respiration, that is the aerobic and anaerobic respiration. In it, what happens? The glucose, that the 6-carbon structure, gets converted into the glucose 6-phosphate. It's made then converted into fructose 6-phosphate. It contains the 6-carbon and then the phosphate. It is the energy investment stage. It means the energy, the ATP is converted into ATP. The ATP here also the ATP is converted into ATP. That is, ATP is the energy is utilized. Then will form the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, after giving the 2 phosphates, it gets converted into 1,3-bis phosphoglycerate. Then the next 2 steps are the energy harvesting state, and it will give rise to the 2 pyruvate molecules. These pyruvic acids or pyruvate molecules are completely oxidized along the formation of ATP, NADH and FADH in this Krebs cycles. This ketoglutarate is converted to succinate, fumarate, oxalate, and citrate by the utilization of energy. And before entering in the Krebs cycle, pyruvic acid is changed into two carbon compounds, and that is called as the acetyl-CoA. This one, it gets converted before entering into here, it gets converted into coenzyme is removed and it gets converted into acetyl-CoA. Then the last step is the electron transport chain. In electron transport chain, it is actually the final step of the cellular respiration, and it is the transfer of electron and electron transport chain. In this step, NADH and FADH2 releases electrons and hydrogen ions. You can see in this figure that here the hydrogen ions and electrons are being released. Here are the electron carriers, and these electrons are taken by the electron carriers. So when electrons move through the series of these electron carriers, it loses the energy, and then it is used to synthesize the ATP. And at the end of the chain, electrons and hydrogen ions combines with molecular oxygen and it forms the water. This is all about the mechanism of respiration. Here is the overall the process of the respiration process. Glucose make the two pyruvic acid molecules, ATP and NADH. These pyruvic acid molecules enter into the Krebs cycle, and it makes this pyruvic acid molecules will before that converted into acetyl-CoA. Then by the utilization of ATP, FAD, NADH and the release of coenzyme A, it will form the carbon dioxide, ATP, NADH and FADH2. These NADH and FADH2 enters into the electron transport chain where the hydrogen and electrons are released, and these electrons are used to make the ATP molecules, and as a result this reaction will form. The next thing is energy budget of respiration, that how much energy is being used and how many ATPs are formed during the whole process of respiration. In the first thing, that when glucose is converted into the pyruvate by the process of glycolysis, the 2 ATP molecules are utilized, and as a result the 4 ATP will be removed out. Then during this process 2 NADH is are formed, and 2 NADH are equal to 4 ATPs. Then pyruvate is converted into acetyl-CoA. During this 2 NADH are formed. These 2 NADH contain 6 molecules of ATP. Then acetyl-CoA enter into the Krebs cycle, and in Krebs cycle it will form the 2 ATP molecules, then 6 NADH and 2 FADH. And the net yield we get of the ATP molecules is about 36, means that 36 ATPs are formed during the process of respiration. This is all about the process of respiration, and I hope that everything will be clear to you about the bioenergetics. That's all. Thank you so much.